Hi guys, Rob here with Deluks Gaming, and we're back with Factorio. It has been a long week. I was kind of hoping that I would have some time to actually play some Factorio during this week, but I didn't. I was so busy with work and everything else, I just hadn't had the chance. So finally we're back, yay! So let's just check and see. Something I thought I'd mention. As you can see here, I am picking up the iron plates off of the conveyor belt. Now I know you guys who know Factorio know that's the F key. It's default the F key when you get the game. Now I always found that the F key was a little awkward, so I did change it to the center mouse button, which makes it way easier to do. It doesn't get in the way because it's the WASD key to move around. If you're using the F key to pick stuff up, it's highly inconvenient. So yeah, just thought I'd let you know that the center mouse button, if you so decide, might be easier for you. I find it easier anyway. I don't know. You may find it easier. I don't know. Okay, so let's just restock this here. Right, so I had to kind of refresh as to where we were with all of this. And it looks like we hadn't made it that far. We were just starting to build our... Yes, it's a bus system, and I'm sure, you know, I watch a lot of YouTubers. I watch Roomba, and I watch Zisto, I watch all these guys, and of course I learned the bus system from those guys, and I do an adaptation of that, a variation of that. I don't like to think I'm pigeonholed into doing any one thing in any one way, so you'll find that maybe my system is a little bit different from theirs, and I don't know. I like the way I do things, and I like the way they do things. Everybody does things a little differently, so don't get mad at me that it's not, you know, the way that it should be, because there is no one way to do everything in this game. There's a million ways to do things in this game. That's the wonderful thing about Factorio, is it's completely open. It doesn't matter how you get there, as long as you get there, right? So we are going to start off doing a bus system, and a bus system is essentially, I think it comes from the concept of computer building, where you get inputs and outputs, and you get all of your primary data coming down one center area of the computer, and then it gets branched out, and then you can use it all the way down. So in other words, if we bring our copper and our iron all the way down here, right down the center of our factory, we can branch out and make use of those primary resources all throughout the entire factory. Now, like I said, I will use this theory for some things really, really well, and then not for others at all. Because, like I said, I'm a rebel, and I live on the edge, and I do things my own way, right? So, yeah, we are going to start out definitely using the bus system, because it works so well at the beginning for so many different things. So, like I said, we're going to have copper on the left side, we're going to have iron on the right side, and copper and iron are your primary resources for most things at the beginning, so it works really well there. Okay, and our first order of business is going to be building factories that build gears. Now, normally with the bus system, I do 2 spots away. So all of my factories will start 2 spots away from our main bus. Now, I use that 2 spots, of course, for a variety of different things. Who knows what's going to come up, right? This game is all about adaptation, and you may forget or not realize that you're going to have to build something in a certain way later, so you want to always leave lots and lots of room. Room is your... space is your best friend in this game. Okay, and we're going to add some power to that. Probably, yeah, like so. Awesome. And this is going to be a gear factory. Gears just only require iron plates, and it takes 0.5 of a second for each gear wheel to be produced. So they produce fairly quickly. Now, in my experience playing this game, and my experience is not as extensive as some, but I've found... in my personal... Whoops, what is going on? Oh, I keep hitting the E button. My personal experience is I very rarely need more than 2 or 3 of the gear wheels. So what I used to do is I used to build... I'm going to build a few extra factories so I can demonstrate something or show you how I measure things. Now, I very rarely need more than 2 or 3 factories just building gear wheels. But I used to set it up so that... one row off of the bus would be only one product. In other words, just gear wheels would be put down here. That way it can always easily expand. But as you play the game, you start to realize, well, you don't maybe need that much space for one product. So a lot of times what I've been doing in my newer games is building multiple products depending on what they are off of one row. So in other words, I would save spot for 3 gear wheels and then continue down the line here and start to build my... transporter belts, because they also use gear wheels and steel plates to build. So I would continue on and build my, basic transporter belts, and then I would build my red transporter belts, and then I would build my blue transporter belts. But because this game's a little bit different, and every game's going to be a little bit different, the train has said, or the train dictates, you know, my moves here, and we have iron there, so we're not going to do that this time. I'm going to save, you know, eventually we're going to have this mined out, and, you know, we'll make use of it. Make use of this space a little better, but for now, we're going to do our transporter belts on its own row. Do I have lots of transporter belts? Yeah, I do. Okay, so I can continue doing this. Now, I like to give myself lots of space in between the factory lines, so the output of the last, I've always put 3 before I start building the input of the next. So in other words, 1, 2, 3, and then there. So 1, 2, 3 spots, and then the 4th one is my next transporter belt, and then I put the first factory in the row on the same spot, nice and even. It looks nice and clean. Now, as far as efficiency goes, I don't know if this is so efficient. That's why I kind of change things up as time goes on, because, you know, this concept, although it looks clean and it's simple to understand, that's the beauty of this particular system that I'm building right now, is that it's super simple to understand. So if you're new to the game, use a bus system very similar to this, and you'll find that it's way easier to keep track of what you're building and why you're building and how you're putting it together, right? So the transporter belts use, of course, iron plates and gear wheels, and let's just look at the time here just so you guys get an idea, and it takes 0.5 seconds to build each one. Not that it matters so much for this one, because, you know, at the beginning you're only building these, you know, basically for yourself, so that, you know, you can build more of these around your base, but you're also going to be building them for your green science packs, which comes pretty quickly. So you want to get it up, at least up and running pretty quickly, and, you know, the infrastructure built for it. I love that word, infrastructure. I'm going to use that a lot. So to build these, we need 2 different products. So how are we going to get those products here? Well, normally I would put with the gear wheels, I would go all the way up, set up a second bus system over here, and then bring it all the way down into our transporter belts. However, because we've got iron there, and we're going to be mining that iron first, so as a temporary solution, we're just going to, because this is not going to be here that long. Believe it or not, once we get going, that's not going to be here that long. So I think we'll do a mixed belt. So what we're going to do is we're going to do iron on one side and gears on the other. So, and that belt is going to be coming down like so, whoops, and going into this factory like that. So we are going to be inputting, blah, 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 blah. There we go. Whoops. Okay, so we're going to be inputting metal plates, or iron plates, iron plates on one side. Whoops. Ah, damn it, screwed it up already. And we're going to be inserting gears on the other. So we're just going to bring that down. Whoops, wrong way. And we're going to put that on the other side of the belt, like so. There. Now this factory is getting both products going in, spitting it out on the other. Love it. Right? And because we've got that, we are going to be able to tear down our transporter belt factory over here. And normally I wouldn't run all the way back. I would just keep building whatever I was going to be building. But we no longer need this factory. Yay! Very nice. Yay! And we got some extra transporter belts. It actually built all 200, which is nice. Oh, we're not actually researching anything. Oh, we researched turrets last time, right? Because we were worried that we were going to get bushwhacked. So let's head towards electronics. Now, electronics is going to open up smart inserters, but it will also open up automation 2, the ability to research automation 2, which we need in order to build green science packs, which is really not all that far away. So let's, oh, I didn't actually start the research. Got to hit the button, research. Okay, so very good. So away we go. How many, so yeah, because we set up this little funny little system, which was retarded, but because we set this up, we have a surplus of these little red science packs, and now it has more than enough to finish electronics there. Isn't that nice? Yeah, that way we don't have to keep feeding the beast. By the time that is done, we will have the rest of our system up and running here, building red science packs. So let's do that right away. All right, so actually let's I like to have the first copper line as copper wire. I generally kind of focus my electronic stuff on this side and the more, hard materials over on this side. I don't know if that makes any sense, and I don't know if it's worthwhile, but it seems to be, because electronics, it all kind of sleeps together, if you catch my drift. It sounds weird, but, like copper wire works with electronic components. It just does. So I just have all that stuff on this side. So we're going to set this up as copper wire, like so, which is just copper plates, and we're bleeding that off of the copper side. And generally what I do is after I bleed off, I put another splitter after it to rebalance those materials. So, yeah, we're going to need lots and lots and lots of those splitters. So we'll get that in a second. And then we'll just say that that's up and running. We'll pretend. And then we're going to do exactly the same here. We're going to bleed it off. Or sorry, the input for this side will be 3 down. Is that right? 1, 2, 3. No, something's not right. Oh, I see. Okay, so right here. So the input for the next one starts here. So we got 3 extra space in the in-between. And see, with the extra space in the in-between, you can get creative and do stuff like that, right? Okay, just having that extra space makes all the difference. So this is where our red science paths are going to be built. Haha! Yes. Okay, so, or do we want to do it on the other side? I guess it doesn't matter. No, let's do them over here. Doesn't matter. We'll show you how easy it is to move stuff over, although it is kind of weird because the way we've got things laid out. Actually, because it is kind of weird, I think we're going to do it on this side. Oh, and we've got a rock in the way, so we're going to need... Oh, we've got our shotgun. Oh, let's show you how that works. So our shotgun, and we've got some shells here too, so we've got... what is that? I don't know, I can't tell, it's behind my thing, but we've got a few shells, so we can use Q to switch between 2 weapons. We've got our submachine gun, which is that one. You can use the C button to fire targets that aren't meant to be fired at, or you can use the shotgun. Be careful not to aim it at your own base, and you can hold spacebar down and bang, bang. What is it, 4 shots? Easy peasy, gets rid of that, and now you have space on your terrain to do whatever building you want. So we're going to do the red science packs on this side, just because our gears are on this side, and we don't have room to make that second bus system that I was talking about over here with the gears, at least for the time being, because of all this iron which we're going to be mining. Maybe we should have started mining that right away, but whatever, it's fine. It's all good. It's all good. Doesn't really matter. Thing is, we could place anything on this line. It doesn't matter. It's just a matter of just getting it down. That's the beauty of this type of design, is it doesn't matter where you place things. It really doesn't. You just gotta bring things down a little bit further or off to the side. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Okay, so let's build some more inserters. We're gonna need some iron plates. We're running low. Isn't that nice, handy? Center mouse button. Oh, it seems like well, they're coming out pretty slow, but we don't have much of a smelting system yet, but it's there, but it's not very big. And let's build some more of those. And let's get that down. So this is going to be our red science packs. Like so. And, of course, our output. Okay, excellent. So our input on red science packs is copper plates and gear wheels. So no problem, no problem. So now normally, like I said, our gear wheels would be coming down here. I would set up a second bus and then bring it down. So split it off and bring it down. But because we don't have that option right now, we're going to do that right here. It's going to look silly, but who cares? Who cares if it looks silly as long as it works, right? So we're going to shut that down for a second. And we're going to go like that. So same concept as what we're doing right here. We're just splitting it off, rebalancing it, etc. Now, like I said, just as a reminder, we wouldn't normally be building it right here. It would normally be down here, and I'd be bringing it down that way. But because our only option right now is to do it here, that's how we're going to do it. Now, why are we splitting it like this? It's so that there will, as we produce gears, a percentage, actually 25% of all of our gears are going to be going into the production of building transport belts. And then the rest of it will continue down the line. Whoops. Kind of sloppy, but it's there. Okay. And when we get here, whoops. Now we're going to split it off again. I guess it doesn't matter. We're going to split it again and take 25% of whatever's left off of here and put it into red science pack production. You know what? I think we'll bring that back one more. Whoops. Shift 2. I got to remember to use my hotkeys. I always forget to use my hotkeys. And it's so important. You can just accomplish so much more when you're using your hotkeys. It's just way more efficient. Okay, so, and then we go like that. And we are going to bring copper plates down. So we just, and you see we need lots of these silly transport belts to be able to accomplish all this stuff. Okay, perfect. Now, how do we get the materials over from the copper side? Well, pretty straightforward. Exactly the same way. So we are going to do that and then that. So one to bleed it off and then one to rebalance. Oops. And we are going to do a underground belt for the iron. So the iron's going to go through like that. Like so. Like so. Ta-da! And our copper, whoops, our copper, when it finally comes through, is going to go down these lines, branch off, and go into our red system, which uses 1 and 1. And again, speed isn't going to matter here because these produce in like, where does it show the time here? It takes like 5 seconds to build each one, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Now, if speed was a real factor, for example, when we start building electronic components build in 0.5 of a second but require 3 copper cable. Therefore, we want to be sure that we have an entire line, an entire assembly or entire transporter belt dedicated to building copper cable. In this case, it won't matter just because it takes so much time to build them. Okay, so there we go. Looks good, looks good. Okay, and let's put our power lines back in. I took them down for longer than I expected to take them down. That's okay. And away we go. And we've got our line set up now for red science packs. Awesome. Now we've got a issue here. We have no copper. Can't build red science packs without copper. So we're going to fix that right away too. Oh, that's going to bother me. That's going to bother me. But, you know, sometimes you got to accept defeat sometimes. So we'll just do that for now. It's not perfect, but whatever. We'll fix it later when we get better power lines. So let's improve our copper line, or our copper smelting. We'll go collect these while we can. And let's go beef this sucker up. So, we've got lots of room to expand. Lots and lots and lots of room. So, away we go. Is this where... I don't know if this is where we're permanently going to have everything, but... Yeah, I think this is fine for now. This is fine. So let's do it. Let's triple our copper production. And straightforward, we're just going to add on exactly the way it's set up right now. We are going to destroy Mr. Rock. We're going to hit Q, go to our shotgun. Bang! 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 Bye-bye! Awesome. Okay, and yeah, we're going to... load it up just like so. Okay, might as well have a... Pretty soon we're going to have a factory just dedicated to building these inserters too. Also, the inserters are used in green sign packs as well, so it's going to serve multiple purposes. Pretty soon we're going to automating automatically. It's going to be awesome. Okay, so there we go. There's that, and we just need to get some red inserters. We'll build a handful of those. Those we probably won't be automating. They're pretty quick to build, and to be honest with you, unless they're used in some of the higher research, it's hard for me to warrant actually putting them, giving them a factory of their own. So there's our copper. Copper is set up. Now we are going to have to add to our mining, because each one of these two what are they called? Sorry, for every 2 stone furnaces, they will support up to 1 of these mining drills. So we can actually add 2 more of the mining drills, and our need for copper is going to get bigger as we go here, so I don't feel bad about doing that. And we can get rid of Mr. Rock. Mr. Rock needs to go, but I don't want to be facing... Ah, well. Yeah, I don't want to be facing any of your other equipment because it will damage other equipment too as well. Okay, there we go. And we're going to try and keep that balanced as much as we can. So one on the other side, like so. And might as well just do one over here. It's going to be 2 on one side, 1 on the other. Yeah, there's going to be no way that we can do this well, but that's okay. Not totally efficient, but it will be fine. We're going to take this down and we're going to put it back up over here. There we go. And now, this is going to start sucking power because each one of these drills uses 90 kilowatts. So I don't know where we're sitting here right now. We can actually click on one of our power lines and tell. So right now we're still only using 1 megawatt. That doesn't make sense. How can we only be using 1 megawatt? I thought we were at 1 megawatt before. Oh well. Maybe it takes a second to kick in. Maybe we're maxed out. Are we maxed out on power here? Hold on, let's see. Doesn't look like... No, see, if it was... If we were running low on power, it would say electric demand satisfaction. That would be yellow, but it's still in the green. No, we're still capable of 2 full megawatts. So, yeah, we're good. We're good. Okay. I would have thought, because each one of these is like 90K, I figured that would start putting some pressure there. But no, we're fine. Got lots of room to grow. We are going to be changing this iron mining thing. We're going to change it so that we're using this first, because we're going to be needing this area fairly quickly. And look at that, just like that. Okay, so gears are coming out a little slow, but yeah, we're going to have to improve our iron production there. And this we can get going right away. Right, just like so. And there's our bridge. The bridge our power over. Just like that. And we are producing copper wire. Now I'm gonna be upgrading all of this stuff as time goes on. For you factory pros, you're like, oh, you can produce way faster than that. As long as if I put a fast inserter here, I can produce, or in both places I can produce way faster. But I'm not worried about speed right now. I'm worried about getting the infrastructure done and ready. Okay, so there we go. We are producing red science packs. However, it's completely useless if it's not going into a whatchamacallit. What are those things? A lab. It's completely useless unless it's going into a lab. It has to be going into a lab for it to do any good. So we're gonna place an area where we're gonna build labs. And I like to do I like lots and lots of room. I do things. I spread out. I do the same thing at home. I use lots of space. So I've always had, and I love assembly lines. I love having, materials floating all over the place, going from one place to another. I love it. So generally, and the advantage to doing this too as well is it allows you to control the amount of something you're building by the length of your assembly line. So in other words, it will keep building them as long as this line is, which is kind of handy. Okay, and we are going to have those build on the left side. So I'm going to build the science line right here. Right. Actually, it's going to be going the other direction. Oh, no, it won't. Can't have that. Okay, so, sorry. Having a blank seizure. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna build the line right here. Like so. And we're gonna put like labs, or we'll just build one just to show you. We're gonna build labs on this side. Yes, this side. And I want both red and green science packs on this line for my science packs, or for my labs. Now, I want green to be able to just come down and plug in. I guess it doesn't matter. You know what? None of this matters. All the stuff I'm saying is completely irrelevant. We're just gonna attach this as is, because we can be creative. We can do whatever we want later on. It may not be perfect. It may look funny to some people, but I don't care. So here we go. So we've got our red science packs. It's coming down one side, right, and we're gonna start the science. Totally unnecessary. So we're actually gonna start science right here. I was thinking we would start the science down here, but no, we're going to start up here. I'm going to try and keep things fairly tight. But like I said, I do like to spread out. It's just how I roll. I like to have things kind of spread out all over the place. So yeah, I'm just going to collect these and put this away for now. We're going to build a couple labs here. And we're going to go dismantle the other one. See, again, I didn't need to do that. Right, because remember, it picks up at the end of the line. Kind of a quirky thing. And we're going to have, of course, our power lines set up like that. And now we can just set up our power and away we go. Okay, so let's keep our power running with our transporter belts. So just like so. Oh, bugger. Okay, that's fine. We'll just do that for now. And away we go. Why is that not powered? Why is that not powered? Should be powered. What did we... Oh, we missed one. There it is. Whoops. Okay. This one wasn't actually attached. Okay, let's throw that on there. Ah, bugger. Yes, I know it's an annoying thing, but I don't like them crossing. I don't know why. Okay, there we go. And just like that, we've got our lab working. Now we can set up our next research. And we're going to go for automation because I want to go for green science packs as quickly as humanly possible. Even with me talking, I don't know, I think we're doing okay. So we now actually have, take a look, we have automation of red science packs right into the lab. Isn't that nice? We now no longer have to worry about any of that. Isn't that great? So now we can go back to our original setup and completely take it down because it's obsolete. We have used this to the point where it's no longer necessary. It's wonderful now that we can actually take this down and it's out of the way. And I love more efficient systems. Not to say that the system that we set up is the most efficient, but I will say this, the system that we did set up is designed to be expanded. And, you know, that is pretty key. That is pretty key. Expansion is pretty key to this game. Or the ability to expand your systems is pretty key. So we are going to be changing this. I'm thinking we need to definitely go after this iron that is down on our right beside our factory here. The reason being is we are going to need that space. I want that space for more important things rather than just iron. And being that we started building our factory right there, we're going to have to iron that or mine that iron. And we didn't have to build our factory there. You know, I mean, it's our own fault, I guess. You could say, well, you did it. You could have placed your factory somewhere else. And you're absolutely right. But, you know, we're wild and crazy that way. We do things how we want to do it. And I wanted it right there. It's a wonderful thing about games, open world games, is you're not restricted at all. You can do whatever you want, whenever you want, however you like it. And the only people that can tell you that you're doing it wrong is people on YouTube. And that's okay. You guys are totally allowed to tell me I'm doing something wrong or doing it in a way that you wouldn't do it. But you know what? And you know what? This is probably not the most efficient way to do it. By far, I'm sure there's way more efficient ways to do things. But you know, I never claimed to be the most efficient person. If you've watched my reassembly series, you know by now that I don't do things in the most efficient way. But there's an elegance. I think the final product always has a little bit of an elegance to it. So here, this is what we're going to do. We're going to mine this stuff out as quickly as possible. And actually, if we're mining for speed, what we could do is condense these miners so that they are all nice and tight and they will gather that material as quickly as possible. And there's no real consequence to that other than you're not mining as much in that area. I don't know if that makes any sense, but if you have them spread out, here, let's talk about that. If you have them spread out, so this mine can mine, if you look on the right where it says expected resources, I will get access to 20k because of the range that it covers, right? Now, if I put it on the corner there, it's only going to get 11k. It only has access to 11. But, and if I put this right beside it, it's not mining as much around. It's not as efficient in some ways, but it's going to get that 17K quicker. That makes sense. I'm sure it makes sense. Okay, we're just going to do it. I hope it makes sense. If not, oh well. Too bad. The downside is I have no place to put power lines if I do it like this. Actually, that's okay. What we'll do, I'm going to move that. I'm going to move that over. Didn't mean to mine there. No, there's no way we can do this to make it efficient. That's okay. So we're going to do it like that, and we are going to have these come out. I think we're almost out of time. That's okay. I'm just going to finish this line. Like so. Yeah. Yeah, I want a reminder that that's there, so I'm going to do that. Because the worst thing for me, I think, you know, I may not be the most efficient when I'm doing these things, but emotionally, I think I would have a heart attack if I knew that I missed one little piece of iron. So, and I might miss it if I cover it up with the assembly line, or with the transport belt. So, I know. I have issues. I know I have issues. You guys knew I had issues before, so. Okay. And away we go. All the way down over here. And down here. Like so. And let's attach that to our main system. Oh, I did that wrong. That's okay. That's okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to do this. Whoops. We're going to use a splitter to merge all this goodness together. So this one is going to come in like so. And go like that. And this one is going to come in like that. Just like so. Beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Love it. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, now of course it's not coming in totally even the way I want. But, you know, that's easy. We can fix that pretty quick too. Whoops. I guess we need to build just one splitter because we're almost done here. I don't want to take too much time building splitters because the episode's over. Bummer. Oh! Oh no! We're being attacked. And we have no defenses. Oh no. Oh no. There they are. Biters. Look at them. Whoops. Wrong gun. Where are they? There they are. Oh, they're attacking our power. So, funny thing about biters, or the enemy, the little critters you'll see that attack your base, is they go for the source of the pollution. Okay. So, the source of pollution being the steam engines. So let's look at the map here. So there they are. If you look here, so what's happened is our pollution, which is this red hue or pink hue, whatever you want to call it, orange I guess, has now crossed over and is now hitting this little biter base. Oh, bugger. And because it did that, they've decided, oh, they don't like that pollution. They want to destroy the source. So they come in and go directly to the most pollution producing area as possible, which just happened to be our steam engines. So scares crap out of me because we didn't have any turrets up. We have no walls. We have basically no defenses. And if they came in mass, not that they would come in mass, not from a little base like that, but if they had come in mass, we would be pretty much done. And can we even build tools to repair? Yes, we can. You can build repair tools. We're going to build a couple here. And you just left click, hold them in your hand and left click on the item you want to repair and bang, done. Pretty quick, and I usually keep that on my spot. Second belt, 5, just like that, locked, so I can hit shift 5 and bring that up and put it in my hand. Okay guys, that's it. We're gonna call that an episode. Oh, they killed our radar. Bastards. Oh man. Okay, we're gonna call that an episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button. It helps me out a lot. Anyways, take care guys.